Richard was fascinated by the Greentown's profound and innovative insight into the wants and needs of Festiniog. The Welsh Government has implemented a world first so that this generation and any future generation cannot pass on to an environment in a degraded state to that in which they received it. The problem is that whilst the idea is grand and noble, getting the mechanisms of government to actually implement this is difficult. The way forward is different. Rather than complaint and acceptance that government serves us, the people, and it's us, the people, who by getting together can allow innovative and celebrate rapid progress by highlighting issues well known but with which we're not reaching into the system to allow them to be addressed. This champagne of conversation fizzes over and enthuses all who sip from its glass. Sophie Howe and Jane Davidson have agreed to join Richard at a future point of the Great Big Walk to hear how these conversations are occurring and how they can help us flourish. The poem is called Blindness. Few folk read their Bible, but if they did, they would see with clarity that those around Jesus really didn't understand not only what he planned, but also how to achieve it. How often this requires clarity is difficult to achieve in government. Take what the Welsh have planned, world-leading conservation of our environment, yet a lack of implementation, unaware how to commence conversations to obtain it. So the flesh is willing, but the head is weak. So just this week, Richard got to speak to the Hay Festival, hearing an explanation from Sophie Howe on a subject she knows well, backed up by government in the person of Jane Davidson, of how they're there due to the people, but they struggle to infuse innovative new views into clanking local systems that administer what's always been achieved from an old dusty memories upon the shelf, unaware of change, lacking the DIY knowledge of health, that clarity comes from community. Real people, just like you and me, who can take our enthusiasm and leap the chasm that prevents progress. Guide dogs to the blind, faithful friends, not unkind, who do things by having conversations. An example would be the folk of Wydref Wyred, Festiniog's green town. Trasfiniod offered an unrequited hope, cheap nuclear electricity. So estates in its vicinity didn't need insulation. Power would almost be free. And then the green town sat down, walked out to have a talk hearing of poverty, how the internet is unable to be bought, how the houses were cold, obvious explanation with no insulation, and heated with power draining storage heaters which require a guard to stand and feed the meters. So the green town suggested the guard stand down, looked around, had more chat, found a company with gas, asked if they could have some of that. And whilst those talks continue, the nerve and sinew of local authority have been unaware. It's through listening and talking that the blind can be guided, so as we're all walking life's journey together, leaders can hear, have insight, bubbling up so well, celebrate things really quite clever, which always happens when we walk together. Let's talk. Thank you so much for listening. Please watch video 1 or click the link below to hear more about the Eden communities and the Great Big Walk. Have a great day.